This is the long mantra of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. The mantra includes His Holiness's long name. In Tibetan, it's Jizun Jambel Ngawang Losan Yishi Tinjin Gyatso. And this in Sanskrit, Pataraka Manjushri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra. So it's the long name, mantra of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. The Mongolians offering their sweet cheese. Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Guru Vajradhara Bhadaraka Mantra Shri Kendra Samadhi Jnana Shasanadhara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Guru Vajradhara Bhadaraka Mantra Shri Kendra Samadhi Jnana Shasanadhara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Guru Vandradhara Bhadaraka Mantra Shri Vakindra Sumad Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Guru Vajradhara Bhadar Mantra Shri Vakindra Sumadi Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Sarvasiddhi Guru Vajradhara Bhadaraka Manju Shri Vakindra Sumati Jnana Shasanadhara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Guru Vajradhara Bhadaraka Manju Shri Vakindra Sumati Jnana Shasanadhara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Guru Vajradhara Manju Shri Vakindra Sumati Jnana Shasanadhara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Guru Vajradhara Bhadaraka Manju Shri Vakindra Shasanadhara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi This is a prayer or praise to Master Tsongkhapa, the founder of Gelug tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, who is the emanation of Avalokiteshvara Manjushri and Vajrapani. So the prayer says, you are Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of unobjectifying compassion, Manjushri, the sovereign lord of impeccable wisdom, Vajrapani, the keeper of the secret teachings, who destroys all evil forces. I pray at your feet, Tsongkhapa, Losantrakpa, the crowning jewel of the learned of Tibet. So this is the prayer that is being recited again and again as His Holiness proceeds towards the temple. You are Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of unobjectifying compassion, Manjushri, the sovereign lord of impeccable wisdom, Vajrapani, the keeper of the secret teachings, who destroys all evil forces. I pray at your feet, Tsongkhapa Losantrakpa, the crowning jewel of the learned ones of Tibet, or the snowland. You are Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of unobjectifying compassion, Vajrapani, the sovereign lord of impeccable wisdom, Manjushri, the sovereign lord of impeccable wisdom, Vajrapani, the keeper of the secret teachings, destroyer of all evil forces. I pray at your feet, Tsongkhapa Losantrakpa, the crowning jewel of the learned ones of the snowland or Tibet. You are Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of unobjectifying compassion, Manjushri, the sovereign lord of impeccable wisdom, Vajrapani, the keeper of the secret teachings, destroyer of all evil forces. I pray at your feet, Tsongkhapa Losantrakpa, the crowning jewel of the learned ones of the snowland or Tibet. The text for today's teaching, today and tomorrow's teaching, is the 100 Deities of Tushita Heaven. And the Tibetan, English and other languages, translations into other languages, should be available on the dalailama.com website for download. You are Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of unobjectifying compassion, Manjushri, the sovereign lord of impeccable wisdom, Vajrapani, the keeper of the secret teachings, destroyer of evil forces. All evil forces, I pray at your feet. Tsongkhapa, Losang Dragpa, the crowning jewel of the learned ones of Tibet. I pray at your feet, Losang Dragpa, Tsongkhapa, Losang Dragpa, the crowning jewel of the learned ones of Tibet. So this is a recitation of the Heart Sutra by the Mongolian disciples. This is Heart Sutra in Mongolian. Thus have I heard once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajgriha at Vajrapeak mountain, together with the great gathering of Sangha of monks and the great gathering of Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time the Blessed One entered into the Samadhi that perceives all phenomena called profound illumination, and at that time noble Avalokiteshvara the Bodhisattva, the Mahasattva, while practicing the profound paramita, perfection of wisdom, saw in this way. He saw the five aggregates to be empty by nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, when Shariputra said to noble Avalokiteshvara the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should any son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound perfection of wisdom? Addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara the Bodhisattva, the great being, said to Venerable Shariputra, Sharadodiputra, O Shariputra, or a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound perfection of wisdom should see in this way, seeing the five aggregates, psychophysical aggregates, to be empty of nature. Form is empty. Emptiness is also emptiness is a form. Emptiness is not other than form, and form too is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feelings, perception, formation, consciousness are empty. Thus, Shariputra, all dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth, no cessation, no impurity, no purity. There is no decrease or no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no mental phenomenon, no I dhatu or element, up to no mind elements, no element of dharmas, no mind consciousness elements, no ignorance, no end of ignorance, up to no old age and death, no end to old age and death, no suffering, no origination, suffering, no cessation of suffering, path, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of perfection of wisdom. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend misconceptions completely and have passed definitely beyond all suffering. All the Buddhas of the three times, by means of perfection and wisdom, fully awakened to the unsurpassable, true, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of perfection and wisdom, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that calms all suffering should be known as truth, since there is no deception. The Prajaparamita mantra is declared in this way. Tat yatha gate gate paragate parasangate bodhi swaha. Thus, Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, the great beings, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that samadhi and praised the noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is, O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound perfection wisdom just as you have taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Shariputra, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, that whole assembly and the world of its gods, humans, Asuras, and Gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One. This completes the noble Sutra of the heart of transcendent knowledge.
Ternen nigen total bosin told unnen gij mit wilzafna in hu bilgin chan tursni terni ugulve dadyata gade bara sam gade vati soha shari hugum bade sadwa maha sadwanri in nitzlen bilgin chan tursni satver sorotso yastabitle Тэндээс яаж төгөөс нүгдсэн бурхангүн бисалгал самадигаас босч бодос адва маха садва хотор чанрасыг сайн хэмээн үгүүлээд сайн язгууры хүүгэн чухам тиймэл байх ёстой тэрээр чухам чиний үгүйсэнчлэн гүн билгийн чан төрсөн явдлаар явах ёстой юм үнийг бүр Dagan байсах болно. Яаж төгөөс нүгдсэн бурхан ийхүү зарлиг болсон насан төгөлдөр шари хүү Бодисатва маха сатва отор чанрасыг ба хаммаглууга төгөлдөр тэргүүнд нүүд бурхны олон шавнарын чуулганда яра болон тэнгэр хүмүүн төрөлтөн Асур гандари зэрэг ертөнц техни хамаг амтан даган байсалцаад яаж төгөөс нөөцнийг билгэн чанар хүрсний зүрхэн төгөөсвэ.
Okay, so next comes the Mandala offering. This one verse mandala is crowned and anointed with perfumes, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru. The four continents, the sun and the moon, I visualize this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all beings enjoy the perfectly pure Buddha field. In the sky before me, on a lion throne with a lotus and moon cushions, sits the Venerable Guru, smiling cheerfully. Supreme field of merit for my mind of faith, please stay 100 eons to spread the teaching. So this comes from this text for the teaching. In the sky before me, on a lion throne with lotus and moon cushions, sits the Venerable Guru, smiling cheerfully. Supreme field of merit for my mind of faith, please stay 100 eons to spread the teaching. In the truth-body sky, you, holy Supreme Gurus, build up the massive clouds of your wisdom and love, and please pour down on the earth of the deserving disciples the great rains of the profound and magnificent Dharma. Itam Guru Ratna Mandal Kam Niyatayami. So today, since we became exiles, the Tibetans, in this noble land of India, as we live as exiles, today we have this opportunity for this Dharma discourse. Rinpoche, Master Tsongkhapa, and I mean, we were from the same native region. So my birthplace is very close by to Tsongkhapa's birthplace. Tsongkhapa, Losang Tragpa. So I may be called Losang Tragpa as such. So in retrospect, in my life, I have served the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha, and particularly the Buddhist tradition that has spread in Tibet. So I have made quite a bit of contribution to the Dharma and the world, such as environmental protection and peace in the world, world peace, to achieve world peace. And one practical thing is that I have also worked, left quite a legacy for harmony amongst the world religions of the world. So someone who has come from the same native place as Tsongkhapa, in this kind of a critical time, I have made some contribution in accordance, which accords with the intention and the wish and aspiration of Tsongkhapa himself. So I also wish to tell my Dharma friends, you Dharma friends, all of us are followers of the same teacher, the Buddha. And secondly, we are the custodians or followers of the Nalanda tradition the glorious Nalanda tradition, and specifically the Nalanda tradition that has spread in Tibet, the land of snows, and which is the complete teaching of the Buddha. So we are the keeper of such a tradition of Buddhism. So everybody across the Himalayan region and Tibet, since the time of King Songtsen Gampo, the 33rd Tibetan king, and then followed up by Tisong Detsen and others. So we have been following the Buddhist tradition of Nalanda, the glorious Nalanda Monastic University, in accordance with the aspiration of Tisong Detsen. So the Tibetans are the keepers or preserver of this tradition of Tisong Detsen as well, we can say. So I have also dreams which indicate very clearly that I am a reincarnation of Tisong Detsen, the Tibetan king. And therefore, I do my best to revive the tradition that has been brought to Tibet by him, Tisong Detsen, and also enhance those that have been preserved well. And so you, the Tibetans and others, you also have full trust in me, what I do, and I would like to thank you all. So the Tibetan Buddhist tradition that has come down to us through the great Master Abbot Chandrakshita, the tradition of Master Master Nagarjuna and Master Asanga that have been passed down to us. So when it comes to understanding the system of our mind and emotions, it is scientific, and this has a practical value to overcome the sufferings and the problems and difficulties in the world, particularly with regards to psychology and emotional crisis. So we are followers of Tisong Detsen, and I have very clear indications that I am a reincarnation of Tisong Detsen. So I have done my best so far, what I could to serve the Dharma and others. And so as long as I live, I am determined to carry on with this project of carrying out the noble wishes and aspirations of the Dharma King Tisong Detsen. And you should also make the same prayer for my success. So this is a blessing for the tea and bread. The crowning jewel of the scholars or learned ones of Tibet, Tsongkhapa. This is a verse which is a praise to Master Tsongkhapa and his two chief disciples, Gyetsabje and Khedrubje. So Gyetsabje is the master of logic and epistemology. And Khedrubje, the custodian of the Sutra and Tantra teachings. So I recall very clearly that I am a reincarnation of Tisung Detsen. So Tisung Detsen at that time had left a great legacy for the Tibetan nation and the Buddha Dharma. So though I was born in Dome Amdo, the northeastern part of Tibet, my mind or consciousness is a continuity of Tisung Detsen. This is very clear to me. So far, regarding Tisung Detsen, the Dharma King, I have very clear dreams about that I am the same continuum of Tisung Detsen, the reincarnation of Tisung Detsen. So you should also have a feeling that you are close by the Dharma King Tisung Detsen, and please do your best and feel at ease, stay at ease. So in this life, the Nalanda tradition of the glorious Nalanda monastic tradition is, we have the opportunity for this tradition to serve the world today as the reincarnation of the Dharma King Tisung Detsen. I have done my best so far, and I will do. I'm determined to do my best still, as I may. There's indication that I may live over 100 years, 110 plus years. So there is indication that I may live to be 110 or so years, and I've done my best. I will do my best still, and thank you all. Tashidelek. Can't hear. In this life, I am from Siling, near Kumbum, and close by Kumbum Monastery. So I was born in the vicinity of Master Tsongkhapa, Rinpoche. So I've done my best so far, and still, as long as I live to be 110 or so, I will do my best. And so, my Dharma friends, you should also do your best. And I greet you all with Tashi Delek. So I really clearly remember that I am a reincarnation of Chogyal Tisung Detsen, the Dharma King Tisung Detsen. This Amdo, the one from Amdo region, I will do my best to serve the intentions of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So, thank you all. Chogyal Tisung Detsen lived in the 8th century. So today the teaching is on the hundreds of deities of Tushita heaven, God and Lama. So the Buddhist tradition that has spread, that we have in Tibet, comes from the Nalanda monastic university tradition. And in this tradition, Guru Yoga practice is very important, crucial. And so the Buddhist tradition that has spread to Tibet, the different traditions that are in Tibet, consider all the lineage lamas, prayer to lineage lama, very important. Not only Buddhism, but also the other religious traditions, Hinduism and so forth, also consider the lineage of transmission important. Even Christians may be considering it important. So His Holiness is reading from his text, which says, Namo Guru Manju Go Kaya. And we are going through the text from the heart of the Savior of Tushita's 100 deities on the summit of white clouds piled up like a fresh curd. Here comes the omniscient Losandrakpa, King of Dharma. Please come down to us together with your sons or children. In the sky before me, on a lion throne with lotus and moon cushions, sits the Venerable Guru smiling cheerfully, supreme filled of merit for the mind of faith. Please stay 100 eons to spread the teaching. I bow to you, so beneficial to see, hear, and remember. Your mind of pure genius that spans the whole range of knowledge. Your speech of eloquence and ear ornament of the fortunate ones. Your body of beauty, resplendent with the glory of fame. Various delightful offerings of flowers, fragrant incense, and so forth. All the negative actions I have committed with my body, speech, and mind accumulated, and so forth. And then in this degenerate age, you strove for broad learning and attainment. So, even though we are in a very decadent age, it is very important for us to pursue the study of the teaching of the Buddha. And having done that, one should integrate the teaching within oneself in practice, and so that you combine the three trainings of morality, concentration, and wisdom into your practice. And then also the tantric practices of the deities like Guya Samaja Tantra, Yamantaka Tantra, and Chakrasamvara Tantra, and so forth, also should be brought into your practice. And abandoning the 8 mundane concerns to make meaningful the life of leisure and opportunity. And so, sincerely, O Lord Protector, we sincerely congratulate you, all your prodigious deeds. So we should make efforts to practice in accordance with the wishes of Master Tsongkhapa. In the truth body sky, your holy supreme gurus built up the massive clouds of your wisdom and love, and please pour down on earth, on the earth of the deserving disciples, the great rains of profound and magnificent Dharma. So here, this verse is not talking about prejudice as such. But Master Tsongkhapa was a master of the entire teaching of the Buddha. And I have also received teachings from the various Tibetan Buddhist traditions, Sakya, Nyingma, and Chonang, and so forth. Each of these traditions have their own special qualities and profundity. But with regard to the clarity of in his explanation and also comprehensiveness of his explanations, Rinpoche Tsongkhapa is someone who is unique. And so his explanations are very broad, extensive, but you can bring all these explanations and commentaries into practice of the three trainings. Whatever virtue I may have gathered here, may it long make shine the essence of the Buddha's teaching, make manifest whatever benefits of living beings, and especially the teaching of the holy Losang Tragpa. And you, Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of, you are the Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of unobjectified compassion, Manju Ghosha, the sovereign lord of impeccable wisdom, Vajrapani, the keeper of the secret teachings, who destroys all the evil forces. I pray at your feet, Tsongkhapa, Losang Tragpa, the crowning jewel of the learned ones. So I was born in the vicinity of Master Tsongkhapa's birthplace, and at that time, there was a warlord, Chinese warlord, Ma Fufang, and when I met him, he praised Je Tsongkhapa. So he was not being like a fanatic, but that shows praising Tsongkhapa shows that he was unbiased in his attitude. So though he was Muslim, and I am a Buddhist, but with regards to the recognition of the 13th Dalai Lama's reincarnation, when there was doubt about where the reincarnation was born, I met him, Ma Fufang, and he was very delighted to see me. And in all my lives, may I never be separated from Je Tsongkhapa. And may he be my teacher. And may I never be go astray from this path, which is praised by the excellent path praised by the Buddhas. So Je Tsongkhapa's teaching is the protector of Je Tsongkhapa's teaching is Tamjen Chogyal, and I have a feeling or experience that Tamjen Chogyal is always there with me, helping me. So we are preserving and promoting the teaching of the Buddha through study and practice of meditation. So today there are people for whom Buddhism was not their traditional teaching, traditional religion, are paying attention to the teaching of the Buddha. And then there are scientists also who pay attention to the teaching of the Buddha. So they are fond of, they admire or appreciate the teaching, which has so much to offer with regard to how to tackle our emotional crisis. And so I have many scientist friends who are very happy to meet this tradition. So when we go deeper into the teaching of the Buddha, we are dealing with our emotions, the psychology, mind and emotions. So as a result of having studied the teaching of Master Tsongkhapa, I am in good terms with the scientists, and particularly with regards to the teachings pertaining to working with our mind and emotions. So I have done my best so far. I will still live to be over 100 years. So I am determined to continue to serve the teaching of the Buddha.
nam riri de legong ye na ba ta shan chang be kiro nam jang legre ye na ba tim ba le me shi ba chang sun ro je se de kan la ya tok du me je ri ba ta ye na ba je ba jug ne be shi ro sa mo se sung me ba to jo nyam do song risha cherm che.
So with regards to meditation on Je Rinpoche, when we see his images, statues and paintings and so forth, we visualize Je Rinpoche holding a double-edged sword on his right side and scripture on his left side, both on a flower, fully blossomed lotus flower. So Je Rinpoche was someone who was able to explain the teaching of the Buddha through hundreds of reasonings and very extensively, and his explanations are very scientific as well. And so his teachings are profound. So I have done my best so far to serve the teaching of the Buddha in accordance with the wishes of Tsongkhapa, and I would like to urge my Dharma friends also to do the same, to do your best. As someone who comes from the vicinity of Je Rinpoche's birthplace, and we were both born in Amdo, so that's how I consider myself to be from the same birthplace, as Tsongkhapa. So I have the determination to preserve and promote the tradition of Tsongkhapa. When Mao Pufang, the Chinese warlord, the Chinese Muslim warlord, met me, he was very delighted, and he looked at my face and he said, "This child is different." So he was very delighted and happy to see me. So we have lost our country and become refugees, exiles, and at such a critical, delicate time, my friends praise me and are delighted with me, and I have done my best to serve the teaching and beings. And so it's been meaningful. This life in exile has been meaningful. And in the West, for example, when I explain the teaching in accordance with the psychology, the workings of our mind and emotions, the scientists admire these explanations. And I feel I am making a contribution to the teaching of the Buddha. This is a service to the teaching of the Buddha. And these are also the means for my purification of negativities and accumulation of merit. And I have nothing much to say. So please, I urge you to do your best in the practice of the Dharma and being good persons and so forth. Thank you. This ground anointed with the perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, and this sun and the moon, I offer this to you. Thinking of visualizing this as a Buddha field, I offer it. May all beings enjoy the perfectly pure Buddha field. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niyatayami. Next is the prayer at that Tsongkhapa has composed at the end of his writing the great treatise on the stages of the path to enlightenment. So this final Lamrim dedication prayers is from my two collections, vast as space, that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time. May I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach that state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of the complete graded path of the teaching, and may I please all the Buddhas by my practice, using skillful means drawn from the strong force of compassion. May I clearly the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teaching for a very long time, with my heart going out with compassion. In whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation and be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time by even that greater path of enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous contact of the Buddhas and their children. May all humans and non-humans who eliminate adversity and create conducive conditions for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes efforts to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may he or she always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. And next comes the prayer for the flourishing of the teaching of Buddha. So this last verse is a prayer for the flourishing of the tradition of Master Tsongkhapa. And then we have the long life prayer verse of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. In the land surrounded by the fence of snow mountains, the source of everything good and benefit, you, Avalokiteshvara, Tenzin Gyatso Avalokiteshvara, may you live until this samsara comes to an end. Prayer for the flourishing of the doctrine says, homage to the seven Buddhas, Buddha heroes, Vipashin Shikin, Vishwabhu, Grakuchandra, Kanakamuni, Kashyapa, and Gautam, the Shakyamuni. Through the hardships I have endured, formally for being's sake, and through my renouncing pleasure, may the doctrine flourish, and so forth. That the Dharma King Tsongkhapa's Dharma's method may prosper, let all adverse signs be stilled and good conditions be complete. Thanks to my and others joined to collections of the three times, may the doctrine of the conqueror, Losang Dakpa, flourish long, and so forth. You are Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of unobjectifying compassion. Manjughosha, the sovereign lord of the impeccable wisdom. Vajrapani, the keeper of the secret teachings who destroys all evil forces. May I pray to you at your feet, Tsongkhapa, Losang Dakpa, the crowning jewel of the learned ones of Tibet.
Then you behave accordingly.
Peace.